It is a good morning to all my beautiful mummy friends. This is Weideman from Mums and Love Buckets, and I want to welcome you this morning. I'm so blessed to be here and to be able to share with you. And this is my Monday morning Mum's motivation, and I hope that what I have to say will be helpful to you. So this morning I wanted to share with you about mums feeling overwhelmed, because I've been reading about that, on the groups that I've put myself into, just to see, the struggles that mummies are having at the moment. And so I see that there are issues, there are things that overwhelm our mummies. New babies, feeding, breastfeeding, sleeping, an older toddler, siblings, there are issues. And so I just wanted to share maybe something that will be helpful for those mommies who are feeling absolutely overwhelmed. So firstly, it's important when you are in the situation and you feel overwhelmed, and you need to take yourself out of that for a moment and think about what is really important. What do I need to do? Not what must be, what can be done. What must be done? What is most important for me? Is it for me to feel better? Is it for my child to be healthy and well, and to meet the child's need? What is most important? Find that is most important at that stage, and put that in the priority box, and make sure to make a plan how to do that. So see what is most important, because many times when we are feeling overwhelmed, we have there's too many things that we need to do, too many things on our list, too many things happening, too many things coming our way, more and more things coming our way, and then we feel like we cannot do this, we cannot do one more thing. So then we need to take a step back and see what is the most important, what needs to be done, and prioritize. Okay, and so that is number one thing, what is most important. And then when you are feeling like that, it is more damaging to overcompensate with your children for feeling the way that you are feeling at the moment, because you might be, giving them extra cookies because you just cannot deal with the tantrum, or you might be doing something that is more damaging for your child than you just taking a step back and seeing what reality is and seeing what they need right now, and then dealing with that. So do not overcompensate with your children. Do what is possible for you to do, but do not overcompensate with anything when you are dealing with your children and in a specific moment. Rather take a step out. If they are safe, if they are healthy and safe at the moment, take a step away and think about the situation and what you can do and what is important right now. Okay, it's very, very important not to overcompensate in any situation, because that is more damaging. You are going to have to deal with that later, and it will be more difficult. So do not overcompensate. Then learn the art of saying no to any situation that might come your way that you feel you cannot handle. So it's not just for your children, because for our children we really need to try and be positive and say yes unless we really cannot do something. We need to build them up and be positive for them, and not use that no word all the time. But when you cannot have everything on your plate. When your plate is too full and people come with more things for you to do, more requests, you need to, do everything and all thing for everybody, then it is important to learn to say no to certain things. And if that does mean for you to say no to your child at a specific stage for a specific reason, then that is also the case. So it is important to learn the art of saying no when you feel overwhelmed and when you cannot take on anything else. Very important. Okay. Then lastly, regarding this, it's really, really important not to dream of perfection, because we do not have it. We we try our best to do everything that we can for everybody, but we are not perfect. We are human and we make mistakes. And our house is not always perfect. And our child is not always behaving perfectly. And we are not always acting perfectly. And that is okay. So it is important not to dream of perfection and that thing that you have, this ideal situation that you would have wanted, that you dreamt of before you had your children, because that is not possible. And if it were possible, then all of us would be that. But it is not possible. So do not dream of perfection. Do what you can when you can. By all means, do what you can when you can. But we are not perfect. So, no, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And everybody is in a struggle at some stage. And those people that look perfect know that they also have struggles sometimes. So please do not compare yourself to anybody else, any other family, any other house, any other child. Don't compare. Don't compare. It's very important. Okay, and then I just wanted to just give some tips around making time with our children, because there are specific things that we can do to make them feel special and make them feel valued and make them feel important to us. So it is very helpful if you schedule a daily us time with your child. So just you and that specific child. If you have 3 children, you try and schedule a specific us time with each of them. And you know what? 10 minutes of quality time means so much more than a whole day spent with them while you are watching TV or on your phone or reading a book and they are just around. That is not quality time. So 10 minutes of quality time, 10 minutes of us time means so much more to them and is so much more valuable for them than just being with them, but going about your day and having them there. Schedule us time for your child. Then create a ritual. Create a ritual with your child. If it's a bath time ritual, if it's a sleep time ritual, if it's a setting the table ritual, it doesn't matter. Create a ritual that you follow with each specific child that makes them feel special. And so that is something that really elevates your child's self-esteem, because this is something that they do specifically with you, and it's a specific thing that they do daily. So it's important for them and for you. This is part of whatever you do in the day. So it's not something that you need to make specific time for. If it's time to, set the table, then it's something that you do together. It's a ritual that you do together. So that's something that is very helpful in bonding with our children. Then, of course, we reinforce positive behavior. We try to not, stress the negative behavior and talk about the negative behavior and, always be hitting on the negative behavior, because then our children feel more negative. If we stress and reinforce the positive behavior, good job. Wow, you guys are playing so nicely together. I can't believe it. Well done. Do you think you can do this again tomorrow? Reinforce the positive behavior. You went through this whole week without, getting up at night or whatever, the whole night, or however you need to reinforce. Reinforce the positive behavior, because that creates the feeling that they can do it and they want to do it and they want to do it more for you, because you are proud of them and you praise them. So the children thrive on praise. And so it will never be something that you do that is not worth your while. Reinforce the positive behavior. Then, of course, make and eat meals together with your children, especially eating together. that is an important thing, because your child will grow up and say, we could do many, many things, but one thing that my mom said, or one thing that my dad said, that is that we sit at the table and eat together, and that is the bonding time for the family. That is a time where we can talk about our day, where we can talk about things, we can make jokes and have fun without without the cell phones there, without any distractions. We can eat and we can enjoy some family time. So that is a bonding time that is very important. Make sure, and if you can have your child join you with making a meal, that is also fun for you and for them. So that's important. Make and eat meals with your children whenever it's possible. Try and make that special time. And then, of course, schedule time for doing activities together, specific activities, going to the zoo, or going hiking, or going fishing, or going to a game, or going to play a game, play rugby. We in my house, we like to schedule game night, and so it's important for me. I have the snacks, and we have game night, and we have board games, and we have fun, and we laugh, and that is where I find my children's personalities to come out, and we just have so much fun. So schedule a time for an activity that you can do together. And so that is my 2 cents for the day. I hope that is helpful. And so be blessed, Mommy. I love you.